Minecraft just made some very controversial decisions regarding in-person conventions. You might recall they used to run a show called Minecon, which was so incredibly popular that tickets would sell out in minutes. This ran from 2011 until 2016, when they decided to move Minecon into an online format, which didn't really work so well, and so they decided to launch something called Official Minecraft Community Events. This was going to be properly sanctioned by Mojang. However, these could be smaller and more frequent because they'd be run by third-party companies. In this case, the three officially sanctioned ones were Minefair, Blockfest, and Minevention. You might have heard of that last one because they were just about to start a US tour in North Carolina this weekend. However, they have decided to cease trading immediately because of these 4 new guidelines from Mojang, and it's kind of crazy to dive into. Basically, Mojang decided to cancel the community events that they themselves launched only 5 years ago, and so today I wanted to talk about the history of Minecraft events and where they're going to go in the future, because a lot of people are very excited for any Minecraft convention, whether that's a Minecon, a Mine Festival, or a Mine Fair, and so let's talk about all of that today. First things first though, something really good I think Minevention as a company did is they've clarified they'll be issuing full refunds for anyone who purchased at Raleigh, North Carolina, which is a pretty decent deal given that they probably aren't getting a refund on the event itself. They probably are making a huge loss because of this change from Mojang. The change itself being, of course, that they can't have a live in-person event with Mojang's blessing if it has more than 150 participants, has sponsorships for the purpose of a profit, rents a venue and charges for admission, and having vendors selling Minecraft-themed products. That last rule is a really understandable one. Like, yes, Minecraft doesn't want someone using the Minecraft branding to sell Minecraft unrelated products. If they're not official products, they don't want them to sell that. That makes a lot of sense. But if you read Rule 3 again, it says you can't rent a venue and charge admission. What do you mean? That's literally what a convention is. That's literally what any in-person gathering would be. The only way that you can have an event without renting a venue is if you hold it in something you already own, which is a weird technicality, but like I can hold a Minecraft event in my house, but I can't have it in a big festival hall. That seems like a bad rule, but also not charging for admission. I have to absorb all the costs of having a Minecraft community gathering, which is no doubt good for Minecraft itself, and I can't even have sponsorships to cover the costs. They're literally saying, yeah, pay for it all yourself, and then if you are going to pay for it, make sure there's not more than 150 people. By saying that any Minecraft in-person event cannot charge for admission and has a cap of 150 people, they're basically saying, yeah, I guess you could have a few Minecraft fans in your game store for like 20 minutes at a time maybe. That would be a good event, I reckon. Yeah, that's great, wonderful. But don't sell any Minecraft products if you're gonna do that, or we'll come after you. And I don't understand. This is effectively Mojang saying, we don't want any Minecraft events because no company can run under those rules if this is Minevention telling the truth. And the only reason to think they're not is if maybe the event's doing really poorly and they need to, cover their asses and make it look like it's Mojang's fault instead of theirs. However, the reason I think that's not necessarily likely is because with Minevention no longer doing this exact same thing. Obviously, you might have heard of them before, but also, what about Minefair? That's an event. It's actually, funnily enough, it's an event I've been to. Minefair invited me to Minneapolis, St. Paul on the March the 17th of 2018. That was my first time in the great state of Minnesota. I also got some White Castle for the first time. They sell it by the crate. Seriously, I've got to show you a picture of this. It's a crate of burgers they sell you. That is a crazy American thing. Anyway, I went to America to go to this event, and that was for Minefair, which you can visit more and learn more about their website by going to minefair.com. And if you do, it takes you to this GoDaddy page. Oh, it takes you to nothing right now. And if you go to their Twitter, it's been deleted as well. But oh yeah, well, there's Minefair and there's Minevention. What about Blockfest? Blockfest claimed to be a show brought to you by the co-producers of Minecon Paris, Orlando, London, and LA. And so, this is going to be a really good one. Except if you try to find out more about Blockfest, you find the largest hip-hop festival in Finland and the Las Vegas Latin Culture Blockfest, which is the celebration of the city's growing community's diversity. And, I do have to admit, I don't think either of those are necessarily the Blockfest they're referring to. In other words, every single one of the Minecraft official events they launched to replace Minecon has now been cancelled, probably because of these super strict rules. I remember Minecon used to have some very weird rules about it. Even this super official map they're using to show off where the events were, it only showed the US and the UK, but all of those have now failed. However, we have some hope, right? Minecraft did say at the Minecraft Live 2019, whatever it was called at the time, they did say, wow, okay, we see there's a lot of demand for an in-person event, and although we're still doing our Minecraft yearly show this way, we would like to do a festival, a big event where we can meet in person, and they arranged it in Orlando for 2020. And if you know what happened in 2020 to have this event be cancelled, you've got to let me know. I mean, was there any big events did anything happen that would cause an in-person event to be cancelled? I really can't think about why. But anyway, they cancelled the event for 2020. They had a vague idea of delaying it to 2021, but something, still not responsible. And then in 2022, when it finally looked like we might be seeing it, we had at the time, Mojang employee saying there would be no Minecraft Festival happening this year. However, that was only valid for last year. It's now 2023, which means we've officially heard precisely nothing. The best we hear from Minecraft is them cancelling these community events, and honestly, that's a real shame. Minecraft can't have this attitude if we don't want to run our own conventions or festivals or whatever they feel like calling them, but we also don't feel like anyone should run them with anything mine-related in the name. That is bizarre, and I think honestly they need to pick a lane on this one. They can say, we don't want any Minecraft community events if they're going to run their own one, and that would be entirely fine, or they can say, we have no interest in running a Minecraft convention, we're looking for any excuse to put it off or not do it, and so let's allow other people to do so. And I don't think they've done a really good balance so far, because Minevention, if we're being totally honest, the Minefairs, the Mineventions, the Blockfests of the world all do have the issue of not being anywhere near as cool as a Minecon. I mean, the numbers of it all say that, having 1,000 people in a room convention center somewhere in North Carolina isn't going to be as fun as having 10,000 people in California or 15,000 people in London, and having developer support and all of these great things makes the bigger events the better one. Selfishly, I would much prefer the Minecraft events, but because on a business level, I think it's really messed up to say, you can run your entire business around being a Minecraft community event and then literally cut them off at the last minute, because I really think there's the dick move is not just towards Minevention here, saying, aha, you rented a space and you had a whole convention ready and you've spent all your time marketing it and all these salaries, but you can't make any money. That's messed up to say that last minute, 5 days before it was due to go live. But even worse is what it's done for all the Minecraft fans who trusted Minecraft when they said this was a Minecraft official convention, bought tickets for an event, which no doubt for some people aren't just down the street. If you live in Raleigh already, which you don't, let's be honest, if you're watching this video, you don't live in Raleigh, North Carolina. You live somewhere else in the country, you might have had to fly there. You might have had to, even if it's within driving distance, get a hotel there, and so those things are likely to be non-refundable. Mojang has taken their community, given them the trust that these events will be a small version of the Minecon which they really crave, and then just absolutely pulling the rug from under them. And as always, when I make these videos, it has to be said, even though there is Mojang, the business entity, making bad decisions here, developers are not making those same bad decisions. In fact, those developers probably didn't even know this was happening, because as we can see, King Bee Dogs and Lady Agnes, two of the most famous ones, were following Minevention, probably had plans at some point to go to one, and are maybe just as surprised as the rest of us. Someone who is running the brand at Mojang, who is trying to make Minecraft the most PR-friendly brand it can be by making whatever guidelines they're trying to make, has had a ridiculous rule of idealism, perhaps, saying, we just want people to have free Minecraft events, man, and not too many people, man, so they can really enjoy it, and instead accidentally cancelled the entire concept. Whoever was trying to make Minecraft Festival, who decided to delay it a year for COVID, and then delay it another year for COVID, because, it wasn't really over in 2021, and then delay it another year for COVID, because, still, you could catch it even in that year, they're going to end up by trying to look after the players or the fan base or whatever, but what they're actually doing is removing the very concept from existence. There are no third-party events anymore. There might be some, but not Minecraft related, and there are not going to be any Minecraft first-party festivals because they cancelled the inaugural event, and they're not able to make another one for some reason. It's just all so confusing. I think Minecraft as a brand maybe grew too fast, maybe has, goals of being this huge corporate persona, but also needs to realize that there is a really important trade-off in the world, which I think we can all learn from, which is you can have the aspiration to make something perfect. You can have the aspiration of making the absolute best thing in the world, which will be so much better than anything else. However, if you keep having this aspiration, you'll end up getting in your own way and not producing anything. In the end, people would prefer to have a good Minecraft convention than to have a perfect one which never ends up coming. Probably people would have preferred Minecon stayed physical, even though there were issues with the event in 2016 screen, I'm sure, people would prefer a flawed Minecon than no Minecon. Perfect is sometimes the enemy of good. If striving for perfection means you don't even do anything, then you can honestly say the biggest problem is not with the good thing, it is with the perfection itself. This is where the phrase perfect is the enemy of good comes from, and it is something that is so prevalent in the world once you see it, in our political ambitions, in how companies try to run things, in how all sorts of products try to launch. The best way to make lots of things is to make something that is objectively bad with a bit of good, and then to try and grow the good and try and shrink the bad. Funnily enough, this seems to be Minecraft strategy with Minecraft Legends. Funnily enough, this is how Minecraft, the base game, seemed to work. Have you ever seen how Cave Game launched? It looks terrible, it's awful, but they launched updates every single day for so long to make it great, and I think Minecraft could just do the same with any Minecraft event they want to. You can have something that is pretty good, and that is better than not having anything at all for a lot of people, I think. It's not perfect, honestly, it's only slightly good because I've got to head out for the day. I'm looking forward to seeing Death Valley. It's my last week here in America, and I'm trying to take advantage, see some things that I won't be able to see again, and so I'm going to be heading there. It's going to be a whole new biome to explore. I hear it's the driest place on Earth, so that's pretty fun, right? Speaking of the driest place on Earth, I like to cover the latest and greatest regarding Minecraft, and especially Minecraft Bedrock, and if you like to see that, please do subscribe, because it's something which is better than not subscribing, if only by a little bit. I'd appreciate it if you did so anyway, because we're coming close to 2 million subscribers, and I'd appreciate your support on that. Speaking of appreciating your support, I look forward to seeing you support the video, maybe. I don't know where this is ending, so here's a picture of Death Valley. Ooh, looks pretty, doesn't it? Okay, goodbye.